Welcome to the Nattersea podcast, where people talk about things. We trust that this wisdom will help you on life's journey.
Right, here we are again, Jonny.
Here we are.
We are coming to you, just talking through some of the more common phrases that are used in life. Jonny, we've done A.
Yeah.
Were you happy with that episode, or?
I think so. I think I felt like I learned about these phrases, and well, maybe I thought about the way I'd use them. I mean, they're not necessarily ones I would have used before.
Okay. I mean, today we're on B. So, like,
Sure.
here's a classic one.
Okay.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Um,
So looking in, I guess looking in the wrong place. I mean, that's what it says there anyway.
yeah,
Looking in the wrong place, accusing the wrong person.
yeah. I mean, what has that got to do with dogs?
Maybe is a dog chasing a cat? That's how I picture it.
Really?
There's a cat in one of two trees.
You know, I mean, I've lived longer than you.
Yeah.
I mean, only slightly, and it still doesn't look like that.
Well,
But I've never perceived a cat involved in that phrase at all.
really?
You've just put that in
Well, why else would a dog be barking up a tree?
because it's mad.
Well, then you're bringing potentially rabies into the situation. I think it's more likely that there's a cat involved than madness.
No, but what you think the dog is barking up a tree where there is no cat?
Yeah, I think so. So say there's the dog is chasing the cat. Cat disappears up a tree, but there's a lot of trees around. The dog doesn't quite clock which tree it starts barking.
No, but you're not giving the dog sufficient intelligence, are you?
Well, but in yours you're giving it madness, which hardly seems nicer.
No, but the dog is just barking,
Yeah,
thinking the tree maybe is alive.
but then
You know, like in Lord of the Rings, where the trees are walking around talking.
But I mean, if that's
Maybe the
true,
dog is barking at the wrong tree.
But then there's no right tree, is there? Because none of the trees are alive.
Well-
You can't be barking at the wrong tree.
Well, yeah, as far as we are aware, trees do not talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can be definitive. We are in a postmodern world, Jonny.
They do communicate with each other, don't they? Through sense and
I
things
think
and-
they do. I think that you can get quite a bit of sense out of a leaf. So barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
But I do think I think it's confusing.
Okay.
If I walked in and said, "Oh, Jonny, you're barking up the wrong tree," I think you only know what it means because you know what it means.
Well,
I think it's
yeah.
I think it's a bit strange.
But I mean, you wouldn't start a conversation like that, would you? That would be a response to something. If I
Yeah.
said, "Peter, what's for lunch today? What are we?" and you could say, "Well, you're barking up the wrong tree by asking me
yeah.
because I don't know."
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's for lunch for me is some sort of Slimming World meal.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, it really would be because you wouldn't know what was.
yeah. Anyway, I'm not happy with barking up the wrong tree. I don't think it.
Well, we can drop that. that's fine.
Yeah, that one isn't. I don't think we should allow that one to go forward. That one doesn't really work.
What
for
would
me.
you replace it with to communicate the sentence?
I would say I am looking upon the wrong scenario.
I mean, that's not really a sort of phrase, is it? It's just a description of what's happening.
No, but I think but I think we need to be clearer in life.
Okay.
I mean, people fall out all the time. There are good friends that have fallen out over using the wrong phrase.
But
So I believe that we should be clearer.
I don't know how many people have fallen out over the use of barking up the wrong tree, though.
Anyway, well, why don't we just look at a few more?
Okay.
Don't beat around the bush.
Okay.
Now, I know we're in B. I've added a D in there just to give it a bit of context. Beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Don't beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
I think I always imagine. I think this is coming back to imagination as much as the phrase itself, because, like you said.
Well, now, do you think there's a cat in the bush?
No, I think there's a snake in the bush.
You are a veritable Noah. You are bringing in
Animals, yeah.
to places where they're not.
I think in terms of animals.
What? So in your context, if I beat around the bush, what am I doing? What's the snake doing?
Well, you think, by beating around the bush, I might scare the snake out, when actually what you need to do is you need to beat into the bush to hit the snake.
No, but I wouldn't. If the snake's in the bush,
Yeah.
I wouldn't beat around the bush. I would beat the bush.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because you're a straight talking person, whereas someone who isn't like that, they'd be tempted. Oh, there's a bush there. I don't want to beat the bush.
Well, no, there's all sorts of things because sometimes you don't own the bush, do you?
No, that's
right.
True.
Sometimes it's owned by the council, and if you beat the bush, you
get
might end up.
fined.
I mean, the park keeper might have a word with you.
Well, surely they would own then the ground around the bush.
Well, I mean, what? I mean, are you bringing a weapon in to the park?
I was like a stick or a club or something, maybe.
No, but you can't just walk around and say, "What are you doing with a club?"
Well,
what are you doing? You've just come from work.
Yeah.
I mean, you work in IT, so you don't have to bring anything.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
But what are you doing with a club? Why are you walking through the park? I mean, you don't live anywhere near the park.
It certainly raises more questions than it answers, doesn't it?
Well, I don't think it's helpful at all as a phrase.
Do you have a replacement for this one?
Beat around the bush. Don't go in the wrong place to find answers for where the answers aren't.
Isn't that more barking up the wrong tree? I mean, beat around the bush isn't.
Well, you're back with your cat again now.
I just don't think that's what beat around the bush means.
All right. What about the best thing since sliced bread? What do you think of that? Best thing since sliced bread?
It's interesting. I mean, it puts sliced bread on quite a high pedestal,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can I ask you first of all?
Sure.
So there's no conflict of interest.
No.
Do you eat sliced bread?
Yeah, on occasion.
Well, okay. Do you eat bread?
Yeah.
So sometimes you cut your own bread with a knife.
Well, no, actually, very rarely. Most of my bread is sliced.
So now we're getting there.
Yeah.
So when you said occasionally you have sliced bread.
Well, I occasionally have bread, full stop.
Okay.
And it's almost always sliced.
Do you not have bread every day?
No, I don't think so.
A lot of people do. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I do. Maybe that's why I'm at Slimming World.
Maybe.
Slimmer of the week, though, I was.
Good work.
Yeah, I was Slimmer of the week. Well, male Slimmer of the week.
How much did you lose?
Oh, well, that's not really important, is it?
How many other males?
Well,
Are you the only male, Peter?
yes. Well, of course I am. It's like Women Aglow down there.
Okay. Do you have a little stack of your Slimmer of the Week, male Slimmer of the Week certificates?
Yes. Because it's important for us to celebrate successes,
definitely,
even where they're inevitable.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Yeah.
The issue is that I've done well. Anyway, I have bread most days. I think I have bread nearly every day.
Going back to this phrase, it sort of assumes that nothing brilliant was made just after sliced bread as well, because if, say, the wheel, well, I mean, it wasn't, but if the wheel were made the week after sliced bread were made, then, is this sort of telling us that straight after sliced bread, nothing good was made for a long time?
No, I think it says that nothing's been better. It's the best thing since. So,
I mean, and actually, people say that a lot, and it can't be true. If I say, this water bottle's the best thing since sliced bread, and then tomorrow I say, this kite's the best thing since sliced bread, well, what about the bottle? Is it better than the bottle?
Correct.
Correct. Surely we should be keeping a log of what was the previous best thing since sliced bread.
We need to tell our listeners that we do have a kite in the room.
Sorry, there's a kite in the room.
I mean, you just pointed it. You pointed at a kite.
I pointed at a kite.
And that doesn't work on the radio, really.
No.
If you want to know what the kite looks like, you can email Jonny, and he'll probably not reply.
Depends on when you ask.
Yes.
That's
yes.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, but no. I think you're right. To say the best thing since sliced bread infers that. I mean, it's not that good, is it?
No, it's okay, and it saves a little bit of time pre-sliced bread.
Well, no. But I think sliced bread tastes differently too, doesn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
It tastes sliced.
How would you define the sliced taste?
I can't.
Okay.
It's je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Mon enfant. I mean, I am fluent in French, you know. Frère Jacques. Dormez-vous.
Patrick Vieira.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
okay, well,
yeah.
What about this one? Bite off more than you can chew.
I mean, the world in which that would be a thing is a feral, angry. Like, who is biting off before it's in them? Biting and it being in your mouth are the same action. If you're biting it off and then it's going into your mouth, are you like ripping at a carcass or something?
But I think this is particularly for the obese.
Okay.
Yeah, people who, for one reason or another, are on the larger side.
Okay. Do they do that though? Do they rip stuff off with their teeth before they put it in their mouth?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you've got to eat it before you think, really.
But I think this would be better served as plate up more than you can eat, or plate up more than you can chew.
Plate up more than you can chew.
Because that comes up more. That happens quite a lot, actually. Even today, I put more on my plate than I could eat.
Well, what about when you go to like a carvery? I mean, I think we should hold lessons.
Yeah.
There should be night classes, how to put the potatoes on the plate and keep them there.
Okay.
I mean, all you've got to do is when you have a carvery, you pile it up.
Yeah.
It looks like the Tower of Babel. And really, all you've got to do, when you think about it, you've just got to get it back to your table, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's all you've got to do.
But it's not that easy.
Can you get it back to your table? And I'm sure that they put that cutlery thing to the side and the salts and that and gravy just to like throw you off.
But you could go back for all that. I mean, I suppose not the gravy so much, but you could go back.
You can't go back for the gravy.
Do they not put the gravy on at the carvery table?
No. But once you put your potatoes on, the gravy's the last thing.
Okay.
By which time it's really tottering.
Because of the...
Yeah, because you've plated up more than you can chew.
That's true. I think that's a much better phrase.
Plate up more than you can chew.
Of all of them we've redone, that's my favourite.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of these all-you-can-eat breakfasts.
Yeah.
Quite often, if I go to a hotel, I'll bring my own plate.
As you should.
Sneak it in.
All you can eat. It's not a great reflection of our
it's
society
normally
as a whole.
All you can eat on the smallest plate that we've ever created.
Yes.
In fact, this plate is the best thing since sliced bread.
So the food's going to be higher than it is wide.
Oh dear! Bite off more than you. I mean, do you feel that you in life have metaphorically bitten off more than you can chew?
Quite the opposite. I am.
Really?
I love the comfort zone. Oh yeah.
You've never bitten off more than you can chew?
Very rarely. I pick my moments. Definitely like it.
Wow.
Yeah. Plain sailing for me.
Okay. Well, we are still on the bees. There's
Sure.
a couple more if you've got time.
Mm.
What about burning the midnight oil?
Okay.
It's a phrase, isn't it? Burn the midnight oil.
That's one that maybe isn't as relevant now as it once was. Did you have a different pot of oil for different times of day?
No. I mean, I as everyone will know, there's no gas in the village I live in.
Ah.
And I don't use electricity. I actually use oil.
Oh, okay.
And every now and then at midnight, I just think to myself, I really want to have a little fire.
Yeah.
And just really to unnerve the neighbour.
Okay.
And so sometimes I will burn oil at midnight.
But is that not just burning oil at midnight rather than burning the midnight oil? What is there like a specific container?
But the very fact that it is midnight means that it is the midnight oil.
So does it just mean you've got your heating on past 12 o'clock?
Yeah. I mean, I do burn midnight oil.
Yeah.
I do it literally.
You literally do that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's the first one I think we've actually done, because I've never barked up the right tree, let alone the wrong tree. But
I mean, you have trouble finding the tree.
I have trouble finding the tree.
Beating bushes.
Yeah, that's
with a stick or a club. I think
was your work. Yeah,
was your exact phrase.
Definitely.
But do you think metaphorically then you've ever burnt the midnight oil?
I think so. I think there have been times maybe when I was studying where I, would do an all-nighter, I suppose. So
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I would never put the heating on. So in that sense,
no. I think you misunderstood me.
Okay.
I get the oil out of the tank.
Yeah.
I put it in its own container in the middle of the garden.
Okay.
And I set fire to it at
literally
midnight.
Just the oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm burning it at midnight.
You see, well, I've definitely never actually done that.
And so what happens is the neighbour comes round and shouts at me, and I say, "Well, look, I'm just burning the midnight oil."
Yeah.
Because it's part of English. It's part of English tradition.
Yeah, it's sort of respectable, isn't it?
It is
to do that. Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
What about blessing in disguise?
Blessing in disguise. So that's something good that at first looked like it was going to be a bad thing, right?
Yes.
So something that doesn't happen very often.
No.
Generally, a bad thing is a bad thing. If I get hit by a car,
it's not a blessing in disguise.
No, it was a really nice car, not a blessing in disguise.
And like if you're lying there by the road and I walk by and go, "Oh, you're smelly."
Yeah,
I've just added insult to injury.
It's not a blessing after.
No, I find rather than a blessing in disguise, I find a curse undisguised is much more common, isn't it? A problem.
A problem, and it is a problem. It's not something good pretending to be a problem.
No.
It's just a problem.
No. Do you think you've ever had a blessing in disguise though?
I'm trying to think.
Well, like what about when the girls here wouldn't go out with you?
Yeah, in hindsight, that was the blessing in disguise.
I would say.
In fact, I would say everybody I've not gone out with. Well, not everyone.
No, but that is what they say. That is what they say about you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone who's not gone out with me. There wasn't really much of a disguise, though. To be honest, that's just a straight blessing.
No, I mean, I think perhaps we're beating around the bush here.
We are.
You have fancied members of staff here, haven't you?
I have,
and it didn't really work out, did it?
No, but it was. Well, I was going to say looking at them from afar, but that sounds a bit stalkerish, creepy. It was an admiration from afar, perhaps, rather than a.
Well, anyway, I do have another one.
Okay.
The ball is in your court.
Okay.
Is this a tennis?
Well, I think it is, but the whole thing's the court. Like, it's not the whole thing's. It's not your side of the court. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the ball is in your court, that just means it's in the court where you're playing with it. It doesn't mean it's on your side of the court.
Oh, I see.
So is that?
So it really ought to be the ball is in your particular side of the court.
On your side of the court, yeah. Because you have centre court at Wimbledon. Is the whole thing?
This is so typical, isn't it? We've tried to speed up the phrase.
Yeah.
And ended up with something inaccurate, really.
Well, I mean, I don't want to skip ahead to P, but people often say the proof is in the pudding, when actually the phrase is the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
No.
Yeah, that's actually how it should be.
The proof of the pudding
is in the eating, because that's
in the eating.
But
we've gone for the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Well, no, I thought it was that someone's been murdered.
Okay.
And a vital bit of evidence
is in the pudding.
Fell into the cooking.
And Poirot
and now the proof, because Poirot is generally played as a little overweight.
Little, yeah.
And so he'll be eating away.
Yeah.
He's not a big fan of sliced bread at all.
No.
And he doesn't want to bark up the wrong tree.
No.
So he wants to get to the evidence. And so I assume the proof was in the pudding was that maybe there was a human finger.
Okay.
In the middle of a strawberry tort.
No, I think that's not a blessing in disguise, is it?
No,
that's quite the opposite. I think.
By the way, can I ask you this?
Please ask me.
Sometimes I use words I don't know what they mean. What is a tort?
I don't know.
No, but people say that, don't they? I want a strawberry tort.
They don't say it to me very often.
They do. They do. They say, I'll have chocolate tort.
All right, I don't know what that means.
Am I not right? Okay, it's
you
time.
You probably are right. But...
No, it's time to look it up.
Okay.
I believe it's a very common
phrase. Yeah. Is that strawberry and chocolate?
Yeah, I have brought up a well-known search engine site.
That rhymes with Moogle.
Tort.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, tort. Anyway, we got that sorted out.
Yeah.
I mean, our listeners at home, why don't you right now bring up a picture of a tort?
Torte.
Yeah, and then you're sort of with us, aren't you?
Yeah, on the same page.
And feeling like we're all together. Okay, I've got one more for B, and then we're on to C. What's this one? Be glad to see the back of.
Okay. So, they'll be pleased when that person's no longer around, or that thing is... Okay. Well, I understand.
No, but the thing is, if you want someone out of your life...
Yeah.
I don't want them in my room.
Facing the other way?
No! I want them gone.
If anything, that's worse. What are they...
I mean, that's worse.
Yeah.
What are these people thinking?
Yeah.
If I fell out with you...
Sure.
I don't want you coming into my office...
Backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Standing in the corner.
That'd be very... odd, wouldn't it?
The English language needs to be thought through.
We need to change that. Well, I mean, doesn't it? It hints that they're walking away, I suppose. But then eventually, you're not going to see their back.
No. If I'm glad to see their back,
Yeah.
That puts them in proximity.
That's true, because actually, you'd be more glad when they're not there. And you
Quite.
can't see their back.
I'm glad they're not here.
Yeah.
But glad to see the back of.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's odd, isn't it?
No thanks.
No.
I mean, who comes up with these things?
No, I don't know.
I think they're barking up the wrong tree there.
So
anyway, we've done B.
That's B.
And we'll be doing C sometime soon. So until then, I've been Peter.
I've been Jonny.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.